The mountain is high while the moon looks small. The water ebbs and a rock juts forth. This, believe it or not, is a description of a piece of stone. Clearly, this was no ordinary stone, and the man who wrote it was no ordinary man. It was Northern Song Dynasty Emperor Huizong's description of a Lin'bi stone.
Lin'bi is a county in the east of Suzhou in Anhui province. Since ancient times, the county has been famous for an unusual type of stone it produces, Lin'bi stone. There are 4 famous types of stone in China. Apart from Lin'bi, there are Taihu, Ying, and Queen stones. At the time of the Northern Song Dynasty 1,000 years ago, Lin'bi stone was an item of tribute. Centuries later, in the Qing Dynasty, Emperor Qianlong named Lin'bi stone the finest in the world. The locals insist that Lin'bi stones are all formed naturally. No humans help to create their various shapes. Sun Huaibin is a Lin'bi stone collector. He says that to be worth collecting a stone must be good in 4 attributes: sound, color, shape, and spirit. At the Lin'bi Stone International Trade Center, an impressive array of stones is on display. Sun Huaibin explains that tapping a Lin'bi stone should produce a sound that is metallic, clear, and loud. The sound sets Lin'bi stones apart and earns it the name 8-toned stone. According to historical records, Lin'bi stone has been known by various other names. Chow stone, for example. It's also been called Qing stone, since it has been found at the foot of Qingshi Mountain. Over the centuries, its unique shape, quality, texture, color, and sound have appealed to emperors, writers, and composers. One famous piece was owned by the last Han Emperor Li Yu in the 10th century. 100 years later, it was in the possession of the great calligrapher Mi Fu. It was also much coveted by the Northern Song Dynasty writer and poet Su Shunqin, who brought it to Suzhou. Lin'bi stone comes in many varieties. Some are transparent, some bear spiral designs, some are colorful, some have spots, and some produce a metallic sound. Typically, Lin'bi stone is hard and durable. Testimony to this are the stone figures of the Buddha on Qingshi Mountain, which have stood up to the elements for hundreds of years. Locally, they are known as the granny stones. Set up in 1056, the granny stones have stood for almost 1,000 years. Yet they look as fresh as they must have done on the day they were created. Because of the pleasant sound they produce when tapped, Lin'bi stones have even been used to play music. The East is Red, as played in space by the Dongfang Hong No. 1 satellite in 1970, was performed on Lin'bi stones. So, how are the stone's various shapes created?
应该在71到91年这样。当时呢，就说呢，这属于一片浅海，有藻类，反正就是沉积而成。
沉积成。
对，经过长时间的这个什么这个地壳的不断变化运动，它这里面呢，进行起伏褶皱。浮在最上面呢，就是独立成块，然后呢，就是通过水或者什么自然界的变化，这个300-400万年的时间，得风化，就变成这样千字百态。
Zhang Huajun is a famous Lin'bi stone collector. Over the years, he has acquired some 10,000 peculiar stones, mostly using an unusual form of barter.
他们不是挖石头嘛，我就拿摩托车去给他换，这样，说经过这么多年，你看我从91年开始，搞这个石头，通过这么多年的换，确实也换了几千万的摩托车。
Zhang Huajun is a compulsive collector, but in his vast collection, he has one favorite Lin'bi stone. He calls it the Stone King.
应该说把所有奇石当中的特点全部囊括在这一个石头当中。你比如说手、头、镂、轴，从肌理到声音到颜色，到它的整体的结构，你看到是不一样。
According to Zhang Huajun, he was once offered 9 million yuan for the Stone King, but he rejected the offer. To him, the stone is priceless. Its value cannot be calculated in money terms.